this ASMR video. Now, oh, I think I've made it worse. Hold on. Last video you may have not been able to see the book. Hopefully that's different this time, and instead you can get a wobbly camera. So that's brilliant. So if you do suffer from motion sickness, stop watching the video and close your eyes and just think about the whispering and listen along to the book. As bad as I do read it, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is a brilliant book, and something that, even though I'm reading, you should go out and buy or listen to an audiobook online, something, because it is brilliant and it is for everyone. You know, it's good for teenagers, adults, people that are just unfulfilled in their life, you know, rich, poor, it doesn't really matter. I think what the meaning of this book is that everyone's the same. Everyone still has problems and everyone still has holes in their life. Not everyone is perfect, and it doesn't matter if one person has £50,000 in the bank and the other has £10. Because if the guy with £10 is happier than the guy with £50,000, then he's doing something better than he is. What I find is I see a lot of people invest in Bitcoin or stocks or Pokemon cards, and it never goes to anything that helps them achieve happiness in their life. Getting more money is pleasure and hopefully making them happy, but I would say going on holiday or going for a walk or experience something that they never have before is something that can always bring happiness and life experiences and just overall enjoyment. If you don't like travelling, then that's absolutely fine, and I'm not going to preach it, but reading a book, something like this can actually, sort of change your perspective. And it says a counterintuitive approach to living a good life. I don't think it is. I think it's the best way to live your life. Not a way that you start not giving a fuck, and I think with people with anxiety, you're always going to give a fuck, whether it's whether you don't mean to or not. I think in life we just need to look at what we want out of it. What I want out of it is to discover that I am truly happy without materialistic objects, and I've lived my life differently the first 19 years, and obviously the next 5 that I've lived haven't been, and then the next 10 after that might be completely different as well. But what I want is I want to just be happy with the little things in life. I don't want to invest my money in stocks, and I don't want to spend it on clothes that are going to not fit in 3 months. I just want to go live my life and be happy with the result. Let's get into reading this book. Hopefully you guys can take something from it, and please subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Reading ASMR, I haven't really got an intro or anything like that, and I barely remember the name of this channel, but hopefully we can just get going and speak about an intro soon or something. antithesis of a disappointment panda. If I could invent a superhero, I'd invent one called Disappointment Panda. He'd wear a cheesy eye mask, a shirt with a giant capital T on it. That was way too small for his big panda belly. And his superpower would be to tell people harsh truths about themselves. And they need to hear, but didn't want to accept. He'd go door to door like a Bible salesman and ring doorbells and say things like, sure, making a lot of money makes you feel good, but it won't make your kids love you. Or, if you have to ask yourself if you trust your wife, then you probably don't. Or, what you consider a friendship is you really just your, what you consider friendships is really just your constant attempts to impress people. Then he'd tell the homeowner to have a nice day and to saunter on down to the next house. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, oh, I think yeah, hold on. There we go. It'd be awesome. And sick, and sad, and uplifting, and necessary. After all, the greatest truths in life are usually the most unpleasant to hear. Disappointment Panda would be the hero that none of us would want, but all of us would need. He'd be the purple vegetables to our mental diet of junk food. He'd make our lives better despite making us feel worse. He'd make us stronger by tearing us down, brighten our fortune by showing us the darkness. Listening to him would be like watching a movie where the hero dies in the end. You love it even more despite making you feel horrible, because it feels real. So while we're here, allow me to put on my Disappointment Panda mask and drop another unpleasant truth on you. We suffer from simple reason that suffering is a biologically useful. It is nature's preferred agent for inspiring change. We have evolved to always live with a certain degree. Turn the page. Of dissatisfaction and insecurity. Because it's the... Oh, I can't read that. Hold on. I'm just going to change position. Hopefully that hasn't moved the camera. Mildly dissatisfied and insecure creature. Oh, crap. Hold on. Oh, well. By the way, guys, if my headphones start coming into the camera, then I'm sorry. We are wired to become dissatisfied with whatever we have and satisfied only what we do not have. Constant dissatisfaction has kept our species fighting and striving, building and conquering. So no our own pain and misery aren't a bug of human evolution. They're a feature. Pain in all forms is our body's most effective means of spurring action. Take something as simple as stubbing your toe. If you like me, when you stub your toe, you scream enough 4-letter words to make Pope Francis cry. You also probably blame some poor inanimate object for your suffering. Stupid table, you say, or maybe you go even further and question your entire interior design philosophy based on your throbbing foot. What kind of idiot puts a table exists for an important reason. Physical pain is a product of our nervous system, a feedback mechanism to give us a sense of our own physical proportions, where we can and cannot move, and what we can and cannot touch. When we exceed those limits, it's our nervous system duly punishes us to make sure that we pay attention and never do it again. And this pain, as much as we hate it, is useful. The pain is what teaches us what to pay attention to when we're young or careless. It helps show us what's good for us versus what's bad for us. It helps us understand and adhere to our own limitations. It teaches us to not fuck around near hot stoves or stick metal objects into electrical sockets. Therefore, it's not always beneficial to avoid pain and seek pleasure. Since pain can, at times, be life or death, important to our well-being, but pain is not merely physical, as anyone who has had to sit through the first Star Wars prequel can tell you. We humans are capable of experiencing acute physiological pain as well. In fact, researchers found that our brains don't register much difference between physical pain and physiological pain. So when I tell you that my first girlfriend cheating on me and leaving me felt like an ice pick slowly inserted into the centre of my heart, that's because, well, it hurt so much I might as well have had an ice pick slowly inserted into the centre of my heart. That's a shame. Like physical pain, our physiological pain is an indication of something out of equilibrium. Some limitations that has been exceeded. And like our physical pain, and physiological pain is not necessarily always bad or even undesirable. In some cases, experiencing emotional or physical pain can be healthy or necessary. Just like stubbing our toe teaches us to walk into fewer tables, emotional pain, rejection or failure teaches us how to avoid making the same mistakes in future. And this is what's so dangerous about society, that coddles itself more and more from the inevitable discomforts of life. We lose the benefits of experiencing healthy doses of pain, a loss that disconnects us from the reality of the world around us. I wish I ended that with a better reading, but hey ho. Again, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to try and do more of these videos. Now, it's taking a while to find time, but I hope I can, get through as many videos as I can and hopefully speak to you guys more often. But in the meantime, have a nice night, get some sleep,